Hey friends, it's just a really short video for you to help you figure out how to use your TI calculator for solving different things or looking for different things in 20-1. Okay, first couple things I need you to know. What we're going to be doing a lot in this unit is graphing. So when we're graphing, what you're going to do is when you're entering in X, usually when you're graphing, you're going to hit the button beside alpha. It's labeled XT theta N. That's the button we're going to use. You can see it at the bottom of my screen there. Okay, don't use, like you can see on my calculator, you can see the different variables are listed above each of the numbers. Don't use those, okay? You always use this XT theta N button. Now, if I want to graph something, I hit Y equals. I've got some stuff in there, so I'm going to get rid of it by hitting clear. And I've got this 4 down here. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to hit clear. Okay, so if I want to graph something, I go anywhere into any of my different Ys. I'm going to stick on Y4 because it's hot pink. And I'm going to enter in, I don't know, some random parabola. Okay, so I'm going to enter in -2 bracket x minus, I don't know, 3, close my parenthesis. Okay, I'm going to square this thing. So you've got more than one way to do this. You could hit above your division sign. You've got your little chapeau. You could hit that. Okay, or you could, I'm just going to hit squared, so x squared over here beside my comma right there. They both do the same thing. And I don't know, let's go +4. Now, if I want to change my window settings or how this thing looks as a graph, I'll show you how to do that in a second. So up at the top row here, you've got Y equals, that's where we are. If you hit window, that shows you your window settings. Now mine are really messed up because I was doing something. So I'm going to go one over to zoom. And the one that you're going to use the most is number 6 for standard. And when you do that, look at the window settings. It goes -10 to 10, -10 to 10. Okay. And if you hit your graph button, there's my pretty looking graph. Okay, so this is what we'll see a lot of in 20-1. Okay, the key things we want to find. The first thing we want to find is the vertex. Well, this thing has a maximum because it's opening down. So I go second, trace, and there's max, number 4. Now it says left bound, right bound. So my cursor right now at the bottom is at 0, -14. So holding down left and right moves me. There's my cursor. Okay, left bound. I just have to be on the left of the vertex. Doesn't matter where, as long as it's on the left. Hit enter. Right bound. Move to the right side. Doesn't matter where. Hit enter. Guess, who cares? Hit enter. And there's your vertex. Okay, so again, to find your vertex, second, trace, and then it's either min or max depending on the question. Okay, now I want to find my x-intercepts. There's more than one way to do it on the TI, but the easiest way to do it on the TI, in my humble opinion, is to let y2 equal 0, because your x-intercepts are where we cross the x-axis. So I see 2 lines here, so I'm going to find where they intersect. Second, calc, intersect, 5. So how the TI does it, it says first curve, it's on the red horizontal line, enter. Then it says second curve, it shows me it's the pink one, guess, who cares, enter. There it is, there's my first x-intercept. To find the next one, I repeat the procedure, but this time I just need to move my cursor over to the other one, and I do the same thing. First curve, second curve, guess, who cares, there's that. Okay, again, if I want to find just a value, I go second, calc, value, and it lets me put in an x value. Boom, there it is. Okay, if I wanted to find an x value, what you're going to do is you're going to put in a y value that you already know. And there, and again, I want to find where 2 lines cross, second, trace, intersect. And again, enter, 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 there it is. Okay, so the main features we're going to use here. In calc, you're going to use value, min, and max. This one here, number 2, where it says 0, is another way to find an x-intercept. I don't use it. There's better ways to do it. Okay. Zoom, when in doubt, you want zoom standard. Okay. There are these other options in here, but zoom standard's the way to go. If you have to, you can change your window settings in here. Okay. So sometimes you might have to do it, and this is just you using your big brain and changing it by hand. Okay. Again, if I'm trying to graph something, this is where I put it. I put it in y equals, and that's it. So say for some reason, again, we had to put something different in. So whatever. Say it was 1/5. I'm going to use my fraction button, which is alpha y equals. And there it is. Now, if you have a TI-83, you don't have that feature. And again, parenthesis, I don't know, x plus 5 squared. So again, you can hit your little chapeau button above the divide sign if you really wanted to, like that. And -1, and there it is. There's your graph. And again, from here, you can find the max, the min, find the x-intercepts by letting y2 equals 0, and it draws in another line, and then go to intersection. Okay, those are the main features of how you're going to play around with your graph. Again, I really like this, going back to my main screen here, go alpha y equals. If you have the updated operating system, this is a handy thing to use, this n over d, just like, oops, then I screw it up. So now you can put in your fractions nicely, okay? And it simplifies them down for you as well. What other features maybe you don't know about if you didn't play around with this last year? Say I gave you a decimal and I wanted to turn that into a fraction. I hit my math button and the very first one says fraction, and it'll turn it into a fraction for me. So there it is, friends. That should cover most of what you need in quadratics if you weren't sure how to use your calculator.